Not yet. Not yet.
Keep rolling, baby.
Oh. We should slate it, don't you think?
Yeah. Rolling?
Okay, is that the light?
Where are you sitting? Down there? Why? Why is he down there?
He can do what he wants. Let him do what he wants.
Why are you so far from me?
Okay. All right,
Get
so
closer. No, you come here. That's it. That's more like it. Lovey-dovey, sort of, you know. They say as you get older, your love grows stronger. So for some reason, it is getting a little stronger, you know. Right, Daddy? He's bashful.
Yeah, I know. Well, I wanted to start. You were going to tell us about the sauce. You were going to show us how to do the sauce.
Well, what should I say?
Well, you're going to get up and show it to us. But I wanted to know who, how did you learn it?
Well, what are you asking?
About the sauce. How did you learn how to make sauce?
Well, I'm supposed to be talking to you?
You could talk to me. You could talk to them. It doesn't matter. I'll be over here.
Should I mention your name?
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you mentioned my name. Yeah.
You want? What should I say? You want me to know? You want me to tell you how I learned how to make sauce?
Yes, how did you learn
Well,
how to make sauce?
why don't you ask me the question? Don't you hear that then?
No.
I mean, if you would ask me a question, I would answer.
I'm going to say it now.
Right?
I want to know how you learned how to make sauce. Who taught it to you? How long? How many years you've been doing it? And I want to see you do it.
Well, when you first get married, you're really not much of a cook. I watched my mother make sauce. I watched my mother-in-law. I got a lot from my mother-in-law, a lot from the family.
She got more than my mother, from my mother than my mother.
See, there he goes putting his mother in again.
All right, let's go inside and let's see.
So now, if you want me to
come on.
show you, I'll come and show you how I make the sauce.
There were two different cooks anyway, to begin with.
How am I doing so far?
Terrific.
All right, now, if you notice, the towel doesn't leave my hands because I keep wiping all the time.
But as far as cooking, it was a big job to cook for 7 people. 8, 9 with my father.
Yeah.
My father used to work at nights a lot. And she had to satisfy him in the daytime, and but he used to go to sleep, and she used to cook for him and then cook for the children. It was a...
I mean, separate shifts.
And then I go here. This is what my mother-in-law taught me. Take a few spoonfuls of tomato, and throw them in here because your meatballs remain very soft. Not like some of the meatballs you eat sometimes. You're invited somewhere.
Yeah.
You eat a meatball and it's as hard as can be. You throw it at the wall, and the wall will crack. I really shouldn't say that because I have a lot of friends and I'll be getting a lot of telephone calls.
As a kid, sure, I worked in after school. I used to deliver vests.
What?
Vests. I used to make vests. At the time, there was a big thing for vests. When I used to deliver the vest, I used to tell my cousin, he used to be a boss. I used to work for him. I used to tell him, the time the cafe was a nickel. I used to tell him, give me 35, 40 cents. Why? Where are you going to go with 35, 40? You want to give me 35, 40 cents? Go yourself. But I always kept that money in my pocket because I used to hitchhike on the horses, on the back of the horse and wagon. I just go around.
Well, on Saturdays, what did you do on Saturdays?
On Saturdays, I used to go to the Delancey Street. There used to be a time that the Jewish people didn't light up their own stoves, and the gas. They wouldn't light no matches.
On Saturdays.
On Saturday was a Sabbath day. I used to go there for a nickel. I used to light their gas.
Well, my mother-in-law used to teach a lot of it. Used to teach us a lot of it, my mother taught me one way, and my mother-in-law had a different slant to cooking. She was a very good cook.
Yeah, but why did you wind up cooking that way?
Because to please him more. Naturally, that's the truth.
I lived across the street for 20 years. And naturally, when they fixed up these buildings, we wanted to better ourselves. New furniture and all. So my wife, let's move across the street. I was against it. But then, you know how it is. You always give in. When we first, the Italian people came here, as I said before, first was all Irish. Then the Italian people came in. And there was a lot of Jewish business around here. There was a little 5 and 10 cent store. There was a shoe store. All Jewish business around here.
Mostly Jewish trade,
A dry goods store. Stands with like Orchard Street would be today.
Yeah.
There was push cards,
Push card.
That's as crowded as Orchard Street?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't crowded as Orchard Street, but we had this.
Crowded.
But naturally, the neighborhood people would come down to shop.
I never forget,
shopping,
the push cards in the morning were on this side because there was no sun. In the afternoon, when the sun came on this side, the push cards shifted over to the other side. There was no sun. But there was a great business over here. You
Oh,
couldn't get a
wonderful.
store over
It
here.
was beautiful.
Stores were, there wasn't a store
Every
empty.
store on the block was
Every
taken.
store, every basement was
Every
taken.
store.
Because you had lemon dealers. At the time, we used to get lemons from Europe. Imported lemons from Europe. You don't get them today anymore. And they used to have lemon oranges, all kinds of fruit. They used to have, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 different places of all that stuff around here. Import. Then I don't know what happened. They faded away when they got sort of a depression, like, you know, and people started to move out.
Started to move, you know. Business started to close.
But as far as the neighborhood here in Delancey Street and Orchard Street was all together. Jewish and Italians, they all worked together. And as far as actually stealing, kids always used to steal.
Kids, petty thing, you know.
Petty stuff, you know, just for fun sometimes. It takes something, gonna push car, make the guy chase him, and the rest of the kids just to go and pick stuff and go away with it.
What do you mean? They used to,
Went from hand to hand.
Well,
He was chasing-
while he was chasing one guy, the
The
other
guy
one
robbed
just take a few pieces and go away.
And that's it.
Go away. It was
The
like
poor man is
kid
chasing
stuff,
him.
you know, all kid
Kid
stuff.
stuff, you know.
That's all it was.
I remember my brother Charlie getting older. He got a job. He was 14 years old. And as I said, we had to go out to work. And he got a job working for J.P. Morgan, I think it was, as a messenger boy, $14 a week, something like that. And of course, we started to, you know, little by little, one brother started to work, and the other brother started to work, and the sister, and we started to accumulate some money. And I remember one Christmas, my brother finally told my mother that they wanted to put up a tree. And we were thrilled. So they bought the tree, and they put the, whatever it was, candles. I think they used to use candles at the time. We didn't have no electricity. And we put up a tree. But there was no such thing before that. I mean, we never had a tree. We only had Christmas time, like, for instance, one night, they wanted to play a joke on the kids. The kids hung up their stockings. They were kids. They hung up their stockings. We had a real fireplace, but it was never used. So they hung up their socks on the fireplace, you know, thinking they'd find something from Santa Claus the next day. And just to play joke on them, we were a little older. We stuffed them up with lemons and pieces of wood and lots of things we found. And then after, we felt bad because it was really terrible. When the kids woke up and they looked at those socks, honest, they cried, honest. It was really terrible. We shouldn't have done that. Now when I think of it, I say, that was terrible what we did to them. But as I said, as we went along, you know, it was different.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I remember one time we had a fig tree. I used to love fig trees, and my mother couldn't stand them.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, you had to cover them very, very well. Otherwise, they froze. One winter, when he did climb up, he was getting old. He fell off the ladder, and he got hurt. And my mother was so angry. She says to him, I hope those fig trees die. I hope they never bloom again. She says, and then, of course, my mother became ill, and the next winter she passed away, and trees never bloomed anymore. It was just like she took them with her. And that was that. Now, that's enough for today, Marty.
Okay, that's it.
That's good.
Right.
I hope my sisters don't get after me because I have 5 sisters. And they're going to kill me. Katie, they're going to say?
Well,
Is that all for today? Now, listen, could I put my furniture back?
What furniture?
You know, things in here. Could I set up? These things are going to be upset tomorrow again? No, I mean, I can't stay this way. I have to vacuum the rug, wash my dishes. Right?
Huh?
When you leave, not now. What are you laughing at? You're thinking of Papa, Grandpa?
Yeah.
Oh, but the way he told. And he says, you know, he stands there with his hands behind his back and he says, go, and he goes, but, you know, he emphasized it. My sister Mary says I will never take him out with me anymore. He embarrassed me. That was in the office. He says at the unemployment, I don't remember. Well, of course, you always had to take an interpreter because he didn't speak English. Mary says, as far as me, she says, I'm not taking him any place anymore. And that's a shame. Make me say things like that. Is he still taking this? No. Murder, you won't get out of this house alive.